We made it on the ship. We are still in port. This ain't that show. This is something that I think is going to be extremely helpful to men. That's only if you're willing to talk about a sensitive subject. Huh? You willing? So let's start with this. Hi, everybody. My name is G Brown. G Brown, the lifestyle changer, and
I'm Frederick Brown, the husband.
well, you lean in like they couldn't see you. Guess what y'all doing?
Hanging with the Browns.
Browns. All right. So I've been talking about privately, but y'all know I can't hold water. I've been talking privately about male testosterone, just how things have been different between my husband and I since we've been married. It'll be 20 years next year. And you guys are invited on the Carnivore Cruise. We forgot to even keep talking about that because you have until October 28th to book your suite.
Make
or
your
room,
deposit.
Make your deposit. That's, all of that by the 28th of October, 2023. The cruise is not until August 2024. So I'm putting that in at the very beginning. Because we would love to have you guys on the ship. Listen, we live on one of these. I am not kidding. Well, if we hit
That's second home.
So one of the things that I feel my husband depends on how deep he want to go, because I don't know what it is to be a man. I don't know what you got. As a matter of fact, I guess okay, so you know how they'll even talk about like dogs, the puppy, and then all of a sudden their testicles drop. Is it something like that that go on? I don't know. I don't have them. And it's like at some point, do y'all testicles drop like the pup? I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, this is not a biology class. We're not gonna do that. But I think what she really wanted to discuss would be the impact the carnivore diet has, or for us, lifestyle has had on
Your testosterone.
yeah, my testosterone.
Yeah. So
Prior to
yeah, okay.
prior to
This your show, baby. Hold on. Let me
prior to being on this diet, my testosterone had actually started dropping. I noticed right around after my 50th birthday, maybe 53, 54-ish, thereabout, my numbers started going down. And I was...
Even though your numbers were going down, it did not really affect your performance.
Well,
that's one of the things.
No. What I found was that it became more and more difficult for me to stay focused. Right? It was.
So
it became.
When you say stay focused.
Come on now. I'm not going too deep with it. Listen, to stay focused and keep things going. It was
erection.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it became a little difficult, more challenging.
The challenge was on me. You used to throw that back off on me.
Yeah, but it became a little more challenging with the mental process for maintaining and staying, at a high performance level.
Yeah.
It became very difficult. And we had even talked to the doctor about testosterone medicine, and I think there's a process for even getting it. My insurance wouldn't pay for it, and
you had to have 3 low numbers. Or something like that.
It was a process. It wasn't as easy as talking about it. And honestly, I'm glad I never took it. I'm glad I never qualified to have it done. So that's what was going on for a while, and it was really frustrating. Quality of what I consider quality of life was starting to degrade, and it's being a man. It's you don't really feel good about it. At least I didn't, put it that way. I can't speak for all men. It's not as high on the list of importance for some people. But I think in order to have that strong bond and relationship, it helps tremendously.
Tremendously, yeah.
I think it helps tremendously. I've
To
always felt like,
connect.
always felt like sex, money, and religion are the three critical components in maintaining a good and healthy relationship. And if you're imbalanced
Well,
on either one of those,
communication as
and
well.
communication, yeah. So if you're imbalanced on either one of those, you could probably have some issues and some problems.
Mhm.
But I think if you're strong in those areas, you can pretty much overcome anything.
Let's touch on that. So, in other words, we know some couples where one goes to church, the other one doesn't.
Yeah.
We knew a couple that went to separate churches.
Yeah.
We know, so that can be a strain, especially if one's saved and one isn't. So,
Yeah.
for as much as you love the person, you really want salvation. You want them there with you. And then when you talk about religion, honey, in this day and age, if you got a Democrat and a Republican in the same household,
Yeah, that could be a problem. That could be problematic.
it can. It just depends on how passionate you are about it. And then, of course, this is what I always say: to get a piece of paper, and both of you guys write down how many times a week you desire to have sex, make love, whatever you want to title it, get together, sleep with each other, whatever term you want to use with it, and then be honest on your paper, and then exchange papers, and that will open up the discussion. And so
Yeah.
then that means that if her number is 7 and his number is 2,
Yeah.
which you probably won't
We
find
probably
much
won't
of that.
find. It's normally
You
the other
know
way
where
around.
around.
Yeah.
Then you guys have some talking, because I feel that it is unfair for either one of you to not receive more of what you desire. So if she's at a 2 and he's at a 7, then she can come up 2 numbers and he can come down 2 numbers.
Yeah, that dialogue is important.
It really
Yeah, the
is.
dialogue
It
is
really
important.
is, because according to, well, no, you probably make me cut that part out. In past relationships, I don't think that's one of the things. Now, I know doggone well my past marriage, our numbers was not the same. I didn't even think of sex like that. I really, really didn't. That I did 5-6 times a month, and that was a good time. That's what I thought. And now
Yeah.
it's 5-6 times a week, and it's
Yeah.
a good time. So, but now let's move forward to
Back on the testosterone.
the carnivore diet.
Well,
So
yeah, the
before-
testosterone.
No, before we found that out, and we've shared with you guys, and you all seen the video of him pretty much debilitated at December 22, and January 2023, but y'all, he was still trying to do it with bad ankles.
What my
And-
ankle got to do with it? I ain't using my ankles. Anyway.
You hang
so,
your feet off the bed, but don't let me just tell too much.
Okay,
But I just
so-
thought that was, I was like, you in pain?
Hold on.
What? Okay.
Yeah, stop.
All
Stop.
right.
All right. So.
I digressed.
Yeah, you do. So getting back to the testosterone, upon discovering the carnivore diet, what we quickly noticed was that my testosterone levels started to increase. Now, when I say this, I'm not saying there was any medical testing done. I haven't had that done yet. I haven't had my annual testing done yet. But when I say my testosterone increased, what I'm saying is the way I felt, my mental stability, my mental strength,
Your
my
performance.
fortitude, my performance, all of that increased back to the way it was when, honestly, I would say better than it was when I was even
Better. I say it's
a
better.
youngster, you know.
Well, I don't know about the youngster part, but I feel that right now is probably, and we almost 20 years in, and I can say now is probably even better.
Yeah, yeah. I feel that way too.
Okay, so I say this a lot of times jokingly. I really don't understand why men don't want to do this lifestyle or something to reduce your stomach, the visceral fat especially, but your stomach, because, and I'm not saying this jokingly, when the larger your stomach is, the smaller your penis gets.
Well, size ain't got nothing to do with it. It has to do with performance as well. It has to do with performance.
Oh,
It
it
has to do
also
with how
has to
you
do
feel.
with comfort too.
Comfort, performance, and how you feel, and all of that plays a part, right? So even if she is uncomfortable or you as a guy is uncomfortable, it doesn't make for a thrill, a total thrill in when you're with one another. You know, there's
Because you
some.
don't want her to perform out of obligation.
Yeah, and I think what we've discovered that with the loss of weight from both of us, and with the increased testosterone, no more mental blocks when it comes to performance. Um, you know, it's so much better, and honestly, I have a running now.
Now,
I
I
have
wasn't
a running.
expecting him out of all people to turn around and
Yeah,
say
I'm
that.
a running.
Huh?
So you know it. Ask me for ID. Make sure I'm 60.
Listen, yes, I do. I need to
Yeah.
see his ID because I have to sometimes remind him, okay, you know you're going to be 60, right?
Right, right. So it's so much better all the way around. I'm talking, I'm not just talking about the physical aspects of it, the mental aspects of it, um, the social aspect of it, just the whole way we intertwine with one another is so much better. Undiscovered.
Look at you had a little smile on your face.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. We just,
Positions that you weren't able to do.
we're just able
Well, let
to
me, okay, so
do more.
let's kind of wrap it up, but let me just ask this. If you were to, because we know that some people in the carnivore community, I would like you to encourage a couple of people, not direct people, but in general. There's a group of men that may be thinking about doing this. Excuse me, address that from the male perspective in regard, we're sticking strictly with the bedroom. And then you might have women that are carnivores and their men are not. Speak on just the whole benefit. Like, in other words, dude, it's so worth doing.
Yeah.
Listen, it might seem like a lot. You might start thinking immediately about what you can't have and all of that. But I'm telling you, on the other side, you can have medication free. So you go ahead. I ain't mean to take your answer.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, for me, right? I'm just speaking about me personally. I feel so much better about myself. I can stand in the mirror. I can look at myself, and there's a certain, my manhood seems to protrude even more. And then I watch my stuff flex. And I start feeling
There's
real good about
confidence
myself.
with it.
Yeah, there's a tremendous amount of confidence,
Even
right?
though we weren't those that like hid our bodies, but you sure feel better walking across now.
Yeah, and not only that, I think the thing that really matters the most is that these achievements are accomplished without any medication, right? So I don't have any drugs in my body. We're talking natural. It's a natural progression towards this way of life, and it I believe is the way God intended for us to be. We're all sexual beings. I mean, every creature on earth, you get here through either sexual or asexual means. So you can't come into this world without it, right? And that's the way it was meant to be. And I think that that this thing was also created to not just to be able to procreate, but to also be able to enjoy the process as well. So what I'm talking about now is about the enjoyment, because we're too old to reproduce, so we're not looking to reproduce. We just do all the practicing, right? So we just continue to practice now. So everything from here out is just practice, right, for another life.
So I want to say this, so we don't get these comments where when you said pretty much through sex is how you get here. We understand that there are surrogates. We understand there are test tube babies. We understand all of that. Even if it is 2 ladies or 2 men, doggone it, even if that, your testosterone still need to work.
Yeah.
All right, so no matter what. And then if, your bellies need to be gone, male or female, your bellies need to be gone, and just really work on it.
Yeah, because what we're talking about now with the belly's gone and that kind of deal, the physical attributes of this diet or lifestyle brings about the enjoyment, right? So we're talking about the enjoyment, and it's much better to be able to enjoy the process, thoroughly enjoy the process. And I think if both parties are working towards this common goal, then both parties can enjoy the process equally as well. So that's what it's all about. Now, here's the thing. Unfortunately, there are a lot of single individuals, not single, but even married couples where one may not be participating, and that's okay. And I think it's okay that they're not participating, but then you don't get the full effect of what we're talking about. See, what we're talking about, what we're trying to share is when both parties are moving towards that same goal, right? So if one person is thriving and their testosterone is moving in the right direction, and let's say the female is not, then she may not be as receptive to his progression.
So let
right?
me say this, females, listen, ladies, as you start losing weight, as you start, your hormones and everything are balanced out, that desire, first of all, you're going to be wanting to show your little self, okay? That desire really is there. So you might not feel that way right now, but as you move forward, honey, and then I ain't got to worry about getting pregnant. Oh, please.
Yeah.
Look at how he's smiling.
Yeah, ain't gotta worry about that one. No more child support. Yeah. So.
Oh, you wouldn't have to pay child support, because if I end up with a baby, you the one gonna raise that joke.
Okay, so let's go ahead and wind this up. So so the bottom line is it's definitely worth I think both parties being involved, and even if both are not, one is, I think that if you just continue to present yourself, and I think if the other party can see how you're progressing and moving towards that, it may encourage them to try it. I think we've found some people that we're kind of seeing that happen. Where the husband is not there, but he's watching the wife, and he's seeing change, and he's like, okay, maybe I can dibble and dabble a little bit, and hopefully eventually, he'll jump on board, and things will be so much better, hopefully.
It will be.
So that's our goal. That's our desire, is for couples to enjoy one another the way it was naturally meant and intended to be. So
I like how you said couples. Very good. So
right.
watch this here. If they like this video, what?
Of course, you gotta like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification button.
And we will see you next time. We're gonna see y'all on the island.
All right.
Bye, guys.